Good evening and welcome to Poland Daily. I'm Nicholas Richardson and this is the news. During today's Law and Justice Party convention, held in the city of Katowice, Polish Prime Minister Mateusz Morawiecki presented the governing party's 5 campaign promises for entrepreneurs. One of them is a payment of 500 zloty for small businesses. The payment will be made by way of a social insurance tax relief.
Przede wszystkim musimy dbać o małych, średnich.
More than anything, we need to take care of Polish small and medium business owners. Today we are unveiling a very beneficial package for them. A package for business owners which will signal to all entrepreneurs that the state has their back, that the state wants to be engaged and serve you the best it can. In this package for business owners we have policies such as 500 zloty for all micro, small and medium enterprises. These 500 zloty amount to the average discount of the payments these business owners are obliged to make to ZUS, the social insurance institution. It will be a discount at a level which we have never seen before in Poland.
Którzy zarabiają powyżej 10 000 złotych w przychodach co miesiąc.
Przed nami jest pytanie.
The question is, will this future be a continuation of the plan of our politics, or will it take us back to how it was before? Our opponents are trying to be this innocent sheep that hides before a beautiful lady, but we can clearly see a wolf hiding there, and this wolf has a specific surname. I'm not going to say it here. Today, in the city of Sosnowiec, we hear all the stories that have nothing to do with reality, that are supposed to scare people, and that is another attempt to manipulate polls.
Eleganckiej pani.
The latest pre-election opinion poll conducted by Estimator for the Dojeci PL website suggests that the currently ruling Law and Justice Party maintains a significant lead before the parliamentary elections, which take place on the 13th of October. The party, led by Jarosław Kaczyński, is forecast to receive 48% of the votes.
According to the opinion poll conducted between September 17th and 19th, 4 political groups would enter parliament. First would be the Law and Justice Party with 48.1%, which is a rise by 0.9% compared to last week's surveys. The Civic Coalition, consisting of the Civic Platform, Modern, Polish Initiative and Green parties, would come second with 27.9% of the votes. The left wing, comprising of the Democratic Left Alliance, Spring and Together parties, could count on the support of 13.2%. Followed by the Polish Coalition of the Polish People's Party and the Cookies 15 movement on 6.1%. In terms of mandates, with such an outcome, the Law and Justice would have a majority with 250 MPs. The Civic Coalition could count on 141 seats, the Left on 53 and the Polish Coalition 16.
The White House has confirmed that the official meeting between the Polish President, Andrzej Duda, and the American President, Donald Trump, will take place on Monday in New York. The two heads of state are expected to discuss increasing the American military presence in Poland, as well as Polish eligibility for the United States visa waiver program.
The meeting between the two presidents will take place after the Freedom and Religion Forum ends. The last time the two heads of state met was in June, when the Polish presidential couple officially visited Washington. The head of Andrzej Duda's chancellery, Krzysztof Szczerski, announced that the decision on including Poland in the US visa waiver program of the US should be known by September 30th.
An investigation into the breakdown of the incineration plant in the Czajka sewage treatment plant was begun on Friday. According to a spokesman for the Praga-Warsaw District Prosecutor's Office, the alleged mismanagement involved inadequate supervision during the modernization and expansion of the sewage treatment plant.
The prosecutor and the spokesman for the Praga-Warsaw District Prosecutor's Office, Marcin Sadus, said that the investigation concerns the construction of the sewage sludge thermal waste treatment station carried out until December 2012, as well as the inappropriate operation and maintenance of the station, which resulted in serious damage in the company. The prosecutor's office said that the act is punishable by up to 10 years imprisonment. On Thursday, media reported that the Central Anti-Corruption Bureau filed a notification regarding the sewage sludge incineration plan from the Czajka sewage treatment plant, which has not been operating for months. The spokesperson for the Chief Inspectorate of Environment Protection, Agnieszka Borowska, said that the breakdown had been hidden since December, despite the fact that over €700 million was spent on the modernization of the sewage treatment plant.
Tensions in the European Union over the issue of migration are flaring up again as EU interior ministers prepared to gather in Malta on Monday for an EU summit on migration. Today, the NGO vessel Ocean Viking arrived in Malta with more than 200 migrants on board. The Maltese authorities have allowed only 35 migrants to disembark, asking other EU member states to receive the rest.
In total, 265 migrants arrived in Malta by boat today. The authorities say that their resources have been overstrained. The NGO vessel Ocean Viking was allowed to disembark 300 migrants in Malta last month as well, after a number of EU states promised Malta to share the migrants amongst them. Nevertheless, the vast majority of them are still in Malta, stretching the island's limited reception facilities. The EU summit in Malta on Monday is intended to finalize a temporary solution based on a voluntary relocation mechanism for a coalition of migration-friendly EU states. Meanwhile, the situation is also worsening in the eastern Mediterranean as Turkey has decided to limit its operation aimed at stopping Syrian nationals from making the short journey of only a few kilometers to the Greek Aegean islands off the Turkish coast. Last night, news reporters witnessed another dinghy full of migrants arriving on the island of Lesbos. According to the International Rescue Committee, more than 4,000 migrants have arrived on the island since the start of September. Asylum centers on Lesbos have a capacity to house 4,000 migrants, but with the spike in arrivals, they currently houses almost 14,000, prompting Greek authorities to demand that other EU states share the burden. A European Council summit in Brussels on October 18 has been announced by French and German leaders as the starting point for a permanent solution to the European migration crisis. EU states in Western Europe proposed that a mandatory migrant relocation mechanism be introduced for all EU member states, a policy fiercely opposed by a number of states in Central and Eastern Europe, including Poland and Hungary.
That's the news. Thank you for watching. Stay with us for the weather, Poland Daily Business and more programs. But from me, it's have a good night and a better tomorrow.